Hello, it's Agnieszka from the Botanical Garden in Krakow. I spent a few hours here. I've been taking pictures and generally trying to relax myself, but I haven't too much time. I haven't spent too much time relaxing, as I've been trying to use my camera to the full capacity of the time I can use it. I've taken over 200 pictures, I guess, of all sorts, and I mean of the flowers here, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the light that I will see them in at home. Right here the light is slightly different. I have some problems with adjusting my camera for the recording here. Right now I'm with my laptop with Samsung. I've been taking pictures with my Sony camera, of course, as usual. What can I say? Or perhaps I could say a few words of update from here. There's some flying here. I'm not looking too great, I guess. The technical problems here that I haven't worked out yet. But on the whole, today I've done my blood test. This time there wasn't my problem. There wasn't much problem with getting the sample of my blood for the test. You might have seen my heart action test. I don't know how to read it, and I haven't seen the doctor to ask her yet, but I know from the nurse that there's no alarm, which is very, very, very comforting. I was afraid there might be some more serious consequences of the whole stressor that has been the burden for years now, starting in 2009. I would like everyone who somehow has joined in the group of people for whom I'm not an anonymous person, that all that has been going on must be viewed in the light of the events of 2009, when my life was destroyed completely within 3 months. So you might think that I'm aggressive or that I'm particularly nasty or whatever. Well, you must realize that my life, basically what was done to my life within the 3 months, was like a massive nuclear explosion that destroys all there is to destroy on its way. And then when I started building my life again, there was another attack. Before the attack of 2009, I had been a completely different person, particularly before the confrontation with Arthur Arnold in 2008. And I really expected the people to whom I had done so much good, to whom I had been always helpful, to whom I had been a friend or a best friend, to whom I had been supportive and so on and so forth, patient, devoting my time to their problems or to keep them company or to support them rather than to my own matters, to my own business, putting them before myself. I really expected those people to be there for me when my life was completely destroyed. I want to make one thing clear. It's not that I was doing good things for them, good works for them, with the expectation, because what has happened in my life had never been my expectation. I had never expected that I could have problems. So my attitude was that these are great people and they would surely be there for me should I need help. But my certainty was that I would never be the person needing their help, in fact. So that was totally altruistic, uh, except that I had always believed that investing in people was a great thing to do, because that was a way of creating a better world, while I have been wrong. Um, so you should understand that before you pass any judgment on me, and I don't mind you passing judgments, because as I said that I'm not negotiating anything. We are in the court of justice, because I have taken my case to the spiritual court above all the codes that particular religions follow. And I know I will win, because the situation is a totally wrongful attack on a totally innocent person, a person of good deeds, not only good intention, a noble person, a person that one very rarely meets, which is why the scope of evil is so great. And I always say that I understand why the evil forces attacked me, but it is totally incomprehensible for me why the powers that claim good cooperated in the devastation. What can I say? I need to find my people, and I believe that this is doable. I need to get out of the current situation, which is a complete deadlock. The way out is getting employed to earn money, because that is essentially the main problem that needs to be handled now. Apart from the abuse, of course, but I know that, I mean, I work every day anyway. Perhaps it's not my top performance, but it's relatively good, even if compared with people who consider themselves as doing quite well. So, but basically, the thing is that undisturbed, I would have been superb. But I have done a great deal of professional work regardless. So I'm totally employable, and it would be perfect, of course, if the employer could block all those negative influences from my private life, because it's obvious that at work I would be in an environment that somehow cuts that off, unless the employer will be abusive, but I hope not. What can I say? I think that I spent more time on Twitter. Well, but first of all, I'll be spending much more time working at home out of the internet, because I have some major projects to do. the product of which, so to say, will be publishable only sometime later. And I'm not sure I can do it the way I've been working so far, because I've achieved the purpose of my Facebook activity since 2009. So that's clear enough for anyone who wants to see. And if someone is against me, then it's not about changing someone's decisions. It's basically about someone's interest or someone's stupidity. Actually, I think that it is only very bad or very mature people who don't consider my well-being their best interest. But I mean, going back to 2009, because obviously right now I can understand that some people won't be able to stand my doing great, because that compromises them even more than they have already been compromised. My life has been destroyed, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Luckily, I'm a person of many talents and many interests, with a personality that is a personality full of colors, full of light, and the sort of personality that makes it possible for me to find a life in the middle of the desert. Well, probably too, but I mean a different sort of life right now, as I'm not too willing to socialize with the people I met so far, for obvious reasons. I don't know what sort of the people I will work with will be. I believe they will be more or less like the people I've been meeting so far, certainly now. So I don't think we will be great friends. However, I think that if we meet on the professional ground, where I have to do my part of work and they have to do their part of work, and that's basically the sort of relationship we are supposed to have, it should be fine. I'm not sure I would like to be employed for whatever other reasons, to be honest. Right now, I used to believe that work could be much more than that, but not in the sense of some abuse of the codes of work, but that we could create some friendly atmosphere, friendly in the sense of real friends, not friendly in the sense of an atmosphere that it's nice to be in. But I don't believe it anymore. So currently my attitude is completely different. Clearly defined responsibilities and working for a common success without harm done to me in the first place. I used to care a lot about other people involved in the past, so no longer so. I'm still working on my German, on grammar right now. Um, I'm not sure I'll be able to make it to work in German, but I would like to. I would like to uh, have that change. Otherwise, I'll be working in English or in Polish and working on my other languages. I think it's high time to resume learning French and Spanish as well. You can see that I added them to my newly covered little round table. I hope this table is going to last for longer. I might add some photos, but I believe this is a perfection. I'll be working on my drawings. The products so far very amateur, but I wasn't drawing for years. I used to draw a bit as a child, but in the primary school, but later on I haven't done any drawing. So I need to spend some time on that before I be able to put on paper what I want to put there. I believe that considering that fact, my drawings are very, very successful. Considering the amount of practice which is none for years. And what else? I'm stuck as far as math is concerned, but hopefully I'll be able to break through. I was a real talent as far as math went. It might be connected with my stepfather, who is an engineer, but I don't know, perhaps I'll be able to somehow activate the talent on my own, because as you well know, I have become an independent person. I don't want any sort of connections with I don't know, passion people or whatever. I learned what I learned, and right now, even when I will be creating my own passion, that will be mine. Perhaps it won't be as good as it might have, as it could be, if the talents were there in synergy. But the negative side is so unacceptable that it makes no sense. And of course, no one can claim the ownership of art, so I can do mine. What else can I say? No, I'm not taking drugs or whatever. I'm just sitting in this botanical garden, and it's possible that I spend so much time here that it's either the plants that create some sort of allergy, or it might be the street which is over there, and all the what do you call it, pollution in Krakow. I'll be working on literature too, so that won't be lost. But I wrote in my note that I would like to work for NASA, NASA. I don't know how you read it in English. So I want to say that I'm not able to follow. I added it as a sort of aspiration, but I'm not able to follow it now. I'm not at the level. It's an aspiration. So I want it to be well understood. I'm overworked right now, and it's very hard to do the things that I have to do anyway. So this is for future. Anyway, thank you for your attention, and that's all for now.